All right, let's dive right into today's explainer. We're talking about something we literally all love, holidays. Specifically, we're going to nail down the exact English vocabulary you need to plan, pack, and talk about your next big trip with total confidence. Whether you're a beginner or you just want to brush up on your travel terminology, this is for sure the place to be.
Think of this as our very own travel itinerary. We're going to cover the types of holidays, packing your bags, modes of transport, and wrap it all up with some essential holiday expressions.
Okay, step 1. Types of holidays. So what kind of trip do you actually want this year? Just take a quick second and picture your dream vacation right now. Are we talking about relaxing on a sunny beach? Maybe hitting the slopes for a winter holiday? Or are you the kind of person who is constantly on the move? Keeping that image in your head is going to make this new vocabulary so much more memorable.
First up, consider a package holiday. This is where your flights and your hotel are totally included in one price. It's basically the ultimate convenience. But then contrast that with camping, sleeping out in a tent right in the middle of nature. It's the perfect route if you're feeling adventurous and you love roughing it outdoors. We can also look at two totally different paces of travel. Imagine a walking holiday. Super active, maybe hiking 20 kilometers a day in the Alps. Pretty intense, right? On the flip side, you've got a coach tour. That's where you're traveling from place to place in a super comfortable bus. You just sit back, relax, enjoy the scenic ride, and let someone else do all the driving.
All right, moving on to part 2, packing your bags.
So, before you even think about heading to the airport, we need to talk about the absolute essentials. You're going to need your passport, a visa, your tickets, currency, a camera to capture the memories, and obviously, your luggage.
Let's zoom in on a visa for a second. It's really important to understand that a passport alone just isn't always enough to cross a border. A visa is a special stamp, or sometimes a physical document attached to your passport, that you specifically need to get into certain countries. Always check if your destination requires one well in advance.
Next up is currency. It sounds a bit formal, but honestly, this is just the money of the country you're traveling to. It's the local cash you're going to be dropping on coffees, souvenirs, and taxis.
And hey, you're going to need something to put all of this in, right? A suitcase is your classic, usually hard-shell bag on wheels, perfect for just rolling straight into a fancy hotel lobby. But a rucksack? That's a large bag you carry on your back. It's an absolute lifesaver if you're navigating bumpy cobblestone streets or hiking up a trail.
Bags are packed, so let's hit the road. Section 3, modes of transport.
Just look at all these different ways to get around. We've got the iconic yellow taxi, a super sleek train, a high-flying helicopter, and of course that classic red double-decker bus. Knowing the English names for all these vehicles is a total game-changer for navigating any new city. Now, when you're comparing long-distance travel options, they all have their pros and cons. Taking a ferry, for example, is incredibly relaxing, allows for plenty of luggage, and lets you take in the sights. But if we're talking speed, the plane is the clear winner. Sure, it might limit your luggage a bit, but it's going to get you to those far-off destinations in just a fraction of the time.
And finally, Section 4, holiday expressions.
So we've arrived, and now it's time to actually talk about our experiences. Let's look at this fantastic example email to see our new vocabulary in action. It says, "I'm having a great holiday here in Spain. The nightlife is great. The local food is very good." This is exactly the kind of simple, highly effective English you're going to want to use.
Let's break a couple of those phrases down. First up, trying local food. When you travel, you don't just eat, you try the regional dishes. Whether it's fresh fish by the coast or a hearty local salad, this is absolutely the perfect way to describe experiencing a new culture.
Next, we have enjoying the nightlife. You can use this phrase to describe pretty much all your evening entertainment. It covers the whole shebang, from late-night restaurants and theater shows to bars, or like our email mentioned, clubs that stay open all night long.
And we're going to wrap up our expressions with a true classic, sending a postcard. I know, even in the age of instant messaging, taking the time to physically write a card, slap a local stamp on it, and share those holiday memories with friends back home remains just a wonderful way to use your new English vocabulary.
And just like that, we've reached the end of our journey for today. But I want to leave you with one final, really important question. Where are you going on holiday next? Seriously, think about it. Pick your destination, decide if you're taking a suitcase or a rucksack, and start practicing these English expressions today. Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and hey, happy travels!